All right, thanks, Carly. Well, juggling work, raising kids, it's always been a challenge for moms, but the pandemic just brought on a whole new set of struggles.
No doubt about it. Now moms are having to reevaluate where they are investing in their time and energy. And to talk more about that, we want to welcome in the Windy City nanny, Florence Ann Romano. Good to see you again. Welcome back.
Great to be with you. Always love being here, and I love this topic too because it touches so many households across America.
Yeah. So, I mean, why do you think more mothers right now are choosing to leave the workforce more than any other time?
Well, we saw COVID really change the landscape of the workforce, but that really disproportionately affected moms. And when does it? Doesn't it, right? You know, moms are always juggling everything in that way. But the truth is, it's a lot of stress, and there's a big financial burden that comes with childcare that was a big reason why they were leaving the workforce in the first place. And you think about it this way, childcare is so expensive in the first place. And so you've got nannies, you've got the daycares, but you have to think about how you're going to spend that money because it's a lot to invest. And some moms are thinking, you know what? It's just not worth it for me to go to work to give that paycheck to a daycare. And also because of COVID, a lot of daycares were never able to reopen. They just didn't have the funds to be able to do it. So there's a lack of childcare for mothers too. It's getting better as we have more normalcy, as we're learning to manage COVID. But there is this debate, this internal debate with moms about what is the best thing for me to do. And sometimes the answer is it's just not going back to work. And then that causes other issues too, because some moms really want to be able to go back to work. They want to be able to provide, but it's something also for them to do for themselves. So there's a domino effect that happens when we see something like this occur in our society.
Why do you think that some women have to pick between having a career, raising kids? Why is it hard for them and at the same time kind of less doable for the females than it is for the men?
There's a lot of dissatisfaction with employer support, and the United States is just one of 6 countries without any form of national paid maternity leave. We hear about this all the time, and more than half of moms that were evaluated in this study said that that's a huge reason why they're choosing to leave the workforce and why they're not able to make that commitment anymore. And we've also seen what's happened with COVID, that working remotely has become a possibility. And that allows for more life-work balance for moms too, to be able to spend more time with their children. But not every job is able to be done remotely. So then there we go. We have another decision to make. I would like to spend more time with my kids. I got a taste of that during COVID, but my job is just not conducive to it. And there's another decision that has to be made about what is the right choice for me and my family.
Let's talk about employers because recently, a lot of employers are not asking, they're demanding that their workers come back into the office. Right. And of course, this includes mothers. And right. I've seen mothers choose to walk away from jobs in order to stay home and work. How can employers keep mothers? They've got to figure that out, don't you think?
They have to figure out a way to make it work for their lifestyle. And I think the hard part about what happened during COVID, and this is like the truth no one wants to say, is everyone kind of discovered what it was like to be able to work remotely because they had to make it work in that crisis situation. So then everyone wants the workers to come back, and you're like, well, I saw what it was like to work remotely and I got everything done. I got my work done. Why do I still have to be in the office? And so creating flexibility for moms, the bandwidth to be able to prioritize their family in a new way, that's going to be a way to appeal to those moms. And there are companies that are doing it. They're putting the emphasis on that because they know that's what's important. COVID changed us in so many different ways, but this is one way I think it's going to forever change us because we do know what it's like to have to pivot, to have to figure out a way to make things work. And I think going forward, employers are going to have to become more and more creative and more accommodating, especially to those moms. And the truth is, having women in the workforce is a huge plus. And I think we saw what happened when that great resignation happened and those moms pulled back. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to set up everyone for success, not just women necessarily, but in this case, yes, we're talking about how can we appeal to them. But I think the also very important thing to remember is that employers need to make sure that their employees stay motivated and are tuned in with their needs and what's important to them. That's going to make the difference about keeping people working for you, happy, and doing their jobs.
All right. Well, good to chat with you again, Florence.
Florence,
Thanks.
real quick, where can people
Yes.
find you?
I love anyone reaching out to me at any time. Instagram, FlorenceAnn.Romano. I answer every DM that I get. I'm your virtual village. I'm here for you. Or go to my website, FlorenceAnn.com. I have tons of blogs on this subject matter as well.
All right. Thank you so much for your time